Korea in white serving, Japan in red receiving. It is week 3 of the Women's Volleyball Nations League here in Japan. And it is a side-act start for Japan. And the broomsticks being rattled. What we're going to see in this match, two teams are almost mirrors of each other in the way they play their volleyball. The styles are almost identical. It's all going to come down to consistency and the ability to deal with each other's serving. Liam Sketcher alongside me, Clayton Lucas, for this one. Liam, would you say that was a fair assessment?
I'd say they're teams that are both trying to work in a similar style. The real question is, yes, consistency of execution. So for Japan, it's been something they've been doing so well with VNL. For Korea, it's an area where they can improve.
Yes, Japan's results so far have been very good. Ishikawa's got a sweet chance, but they go behind instead, and it's taken by Hayashi. In week 1, they beat Turkey 3-2. They beat Bulgaria 3-0. They beat Germany 3-0. They came unstuck against Poland 3-0. In week 2, they lost to Brazil 3-2, beat Canada 3-1, Dominican Republic 3-1, and beat France 3-0. Here we go, unbeaten this week. What a serve that is! Iwasaki!
One precision.
Oh, the perfection. Look at it.
Just the weight on that ball. She's dialed it in. Maybe too precise to be comfortable with, but that's exactly the idea of what she's trying to achieve with that serve. Jam up that part of the court.
Fukudome on for Japan, so coming on as a defensive specialist in this one. Kojima is a passing specialist, and it's another point for Japan. Look at this lead, 5-1. Done by Korea. Just looking at the Japan, at Fukudome and Kojima, the two liberos they've got. They've also got Nishimura on the long list, but you get the feeling it's going to be between these two. In fact, they've also got Akane Yamagishi, number 5, who's on the reserve list this week. Which one of those 4 are going to go and play in Paris, provided Japan can qualify? Right now, they're the top-ranked Asian team, so they're good in that department. They're probably ahead of China. I think China are the top-ranked Asian team. Oh, I'll have to have a quick look. Sorry, everyone. It's shouting at me already.
Or maybe the other area they have some options to rotate is through the middle. They're really stable in the outside positions. But Araki gets the nod today to start.
Good effort, but it doesn't stay in play. Well, it's very close, actually. Yes, so Japan are the top-ranked Asian team at the moment, 329.62 points. Miles ahead of China in 7th, who are on 329.55 points.
It's a huge gap.
It is a huge gap, isn't it? But it tells you it is close. It does mean that for both of those teams, China and Japan, that's a wonderful pickup. That just shows how important matches are, sets are, points are in this dynamic world ranking. Japan come again. Ishikawa, net slowing it down. Chance for Korea. Very difficult to tip the ball against Japan and get it on the floor. Korea come again. Tried to go behind, not a full contact. The block is no good. Hayashi comes up with the point. What a rally.
(8-3), timeout Korea. What a start by Japan.
Out of the 8 points, 5 have been gives or walk out.
올라가고 다니면 팁이야.
need to be more disciplined in let's make them bring the ball to the ground. They cannot. Let's make them bring the ball to the ground, right?
It comes back to the point that you made earlier, Clayton, of it's two teams who are wanting to play very similar styles. And for Japan, maybe that's difficult in the sense that there's not a lot of other teams who try and play like Japan. They have had success against European-style teams or South American-style teams, but to play against another Asian team who play a very similar style is a different challenge for Japan to conquer.
It really is. Fernando Morales was just talking about that. It needs to be, their serve and pass needs to be better, but they have been the victim of Japan getting that block out, getting those gaps which they haven't been able to do. That's better. Nice swing that time from Kang So-hee. Finds the gap. That's what it's all about. Work the block.
And she will have to carry a lot of the offensive load for Korea today. She has been their best attacker so far.
No serving. Good ball, Ishikawa. Great block. Wonderful stuff from Lee Cha.
Interestingly, Japan has looked to run a lot of the 7, the shoot, the longer quick, to try and make spacings different in the court, this time going down the middle close to the setter.
That'll do it. Side out achieved.
And it's not often with Japan that you'll see them run the same thing multiple times. They like to use a lot of variation in their setter calls, how they want to construct their offense. So something to keep an eye on if they want to stick with this 7 play.
Oh yes, that's worked. No way through at all then as Nichika Yamada tried to put the ball over.
Yamichua. Jong Ji-yoon. Apologies.
Good work. Koga.
It's almost taken us 16 points to mention her name. She hasn't had to receive the ball, and she's usually such an important factor in the Japanese offense. Now will be her opportunity to serve. She nearly makes the touch in defense, but good tempo to position for. And Chong Ji-yoon once more having an impact on the scoring side for Korea.
Oh, it's a bit tight. Oh, what a block. Koyomi Iwasaka, 1m75, and says, right, I got this. Great timing.
And she chose her spot right, and she timed it well that she was the second jumper. She was going to get that ball after the first contact.
Ooh, net touch against Japan. There's a look of really?
May have been a centre line fault on the turn.
Must have been from Meraki because she said, I didn't touch the net. Couldn't quite see losing says he must have been pointing, yeah, you're right, to the centre line. Not the net. Excellent from Ishikawa, the Firenze outside hitter, playing Serie A in Italy. She's off to Navarra actually for 24-25 season.
That'll be exciting to see.
That one's dropped close, but not close enough.
Iwasaki showing the willingness to work on variation of length. She's still serving the same part of the court, the same half of the court, but the variation on length to try and keep Korean receivers guessing.
Good dig, won't stay in play though. Ferocious swing from from Ishikawa.
Serena Koga just getting a little bit tangled up with Kojima.
Good cover. Oh, what a pickup! Japan, though, with options. And now Korea have a chance, but the block is good.
Some fantastic defense, particularly Kim Tae-in on the line. Wonderful defense. They kicks the ball in front and in the middle of the court.
Great pass. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, no, it isn't unlucky. It is in. It looked like it might be long. That's close. How close is it? Oh, that close. The squish factor for that one for sure as it lands and compresses down to catch and tag that line. Good cover, really great pickup that from Kang So-hee. It's Japan with a chance. Koga. Now Korea have got a good chance. Plenty of movement. Oh, it's a little bit congested over that side. And then Hayashi tidies things up, 15-10. This is a good comeback from Korea, given where they were.
They're hanging in there. They got, as you mentioned, a little bit tangled up. They never really found a way after their first block move to get everyone where they wanted them. Composure. Kang So-hee works the block to perfection, even 2.5 meters off the net, takes the timing and works the outside hand. And that gives her the opportunity to serve. Serena Koga, who has been so reliable in position 4 for Japan. Steps in, hits the top of the block, and keeps the lead at 5.
Breakpoint chance. Done the hard way.
Fukuoka makes a great high ball play, and Serena Koga takes excellent control of this swing. It's exactly where she wants on the high part of the block with just enough touch. Timeout Korea.
They're playing fast, and when we're one-on-one, our defense is getting here.
너무 많이 쫓아다니면서 지금.
And they're hitting close to the lines. They're not tall, they're not going to hit it.
다가는 점수가 여기 비어도 되니까 얘기했던 자리는 사이드에 수비를 잡아줘야
And
돼요.
then the players up the net, we need to get out to defense. We're not getting to the team.
상상할 때다 빠져줬다 들어가야 돼, 연습했다가.
And when they hit from 2, we're blocking 0, and this player needs to be out here.
랜드 블록이 제로니까 페이지 확실하게.
So make sure we have as many players on defense as we can.
최대한 수비 걷어 올리자.
Fernando Morales is coaching, well, he was coaching in Evansville University from 2019 to 2024. At the same time, he was coaching Puerto Rico women from 2020 to 2024, taking up this post this year. It's a bit too tight. And then, unfortunately, it's a net touch from Cheong Ji-yoon. Good serve. Oh, what a great swing that is. Cheong Ji, and that ball's coming over her shoulder.
It's the complete reverse angle to what she's used to having. The most worrying sign, though, for Korea is how many balls that they're having to use their setter, or their libero to set with. They're having to play from a long way off the net. But now Park Soo-young will have an opportunity to serve.
Excellent ball in, everybody moving. It's a free net for Koga.
brilliant technical execution, brilliant speed, brilliant precision. Even with 3 blockers in that half of the court, Serena Koga steps on the ball and hits like there's no block at all.
Great touch from Ishikawa. Yeah, good touch, Hayashi. Now Ishikawa with the swing. But Korea have got a chance. Oh, well, what a great touch that was, Yamada. Covered. Oh, Fukudome gets in, gets out. But still the rally continues. Japan again with a shout. Oh, what a tip! That was pinpoint precision.
There is very little space between the block and the sideline there. Amazing hustle plays from Japan. But the recognition, the ball is dropped inside, that the block made the correct move to stay in front. But excellent execution from Ishikawa.
Easy one there. Good up. Oh, yes, what a touch. Ishikawa. This is just incredible volleyball, both sides, and that has come off of Cheon-Jun. And Japan will have the point, 21-12. Oh, just caught a hitting hand. It would have gone out. Another good serve, really troubling Korea. Oh, well played. I'll tell you what, that shot then from Cheon-Jun just to play that into the block and back out. Well, we see the last action, which was equally as good.
She's managing some really difficult situations quite well. It is hard, and to be able to do this repeatedly is the challenge. So for Korea to get that first contact right, to give themselves some better side-out opportunities.
Good defense. A little too far up. Normally 6 back. Middle back is a bit deeper, so can go chase that. Koga decided, or thought she could get it in front instead of taking a dip turn go. Well, Korea then serving. That one's not troubling Kojima. Back to the serving line goes Nichika Yamada. NEC Red Rockets. Been with them since 17-18. Under 20 world champion. And Olympian as well. Oh, good save. Free ball, hoisted high, right up into the lights. And the pancake works from Handai, but unfortunately no one else could get to it. And Japan now 2 away from the first set.
Araki makes a really, really good read on this set. Very easy on the first tempo pipe play to start jumping, but she keeps patient and she reads the setter, makes a great job, and then gets the help on the close from Iwasaki.
Such good disguise on it, so difficult to react. Set point, Japan. Ooh. I think that's going to be Korea's ball, played on their side, and that's not allowed. Korea can make a change. Lee Chua coming in, or going out. No, coming back in. She's already been out.
And Litiashi on to serve. Japan looking to side out and take this first set.
Done, first time of asking. As Naoya Ishikawa puts that on the floor. Japan take the opening set. Lead by one set to nothing. It's 25-16. Are we pleased with that?
I think the thing that can be most pleased with is their service pressure. They've been able to execute in all phases of the game really well, but their service pressure, keeping Korea working from a long way off the net pretty consistently. In Korea's favour, though, when they can get the ball to the net in attack, they've attacked pretty well. They've had some physicality, some pressure, and we've seen some wonderful rallies already.
They want to turn those into wins, don't they, when they can start rallying with Japan, try and find good situations to then be able to get it off the block or find the floor. Japan have done that very well. They've won the majority of those rallies, those situations. And then their serving's been pretty good, actually. They've forced Korea really deep. Crikey, that's almost double the attacks.
And so many of Korea's attacks have been from really difficult opportunities. So to score there and not just continue the play is very hard. Whereas Japan getting themselves into a positive situation much more consistently.
What was fascinating about that was that Japan made 6 unforced errors, Korea only 3. Oh, we got the win probability. We got up to 92%. That's about right. That's about the highest I think I've seen one.
I think so. It's pretty comprehensive.
It really is. Here's some of the highlights.
Well, Araki has done a very good job. She's been in the right spot all the time on block, converted a couple of good chances in attack. And it's not really a surprise that we see highlights of defense from all of Japan, but particularly the scoring from Ishikawa and Koga. The contrast between how often Japan is keeping the ball in an aggressive position. I think the numbers from Korea might have been a little bit generous. If it was my responsibility to decide what was in the mid-zone, that might have been a little bit lower. Unless they're not counting second contacts by the libero.
%50 so far for Koga.
Korea rotates forward 1, starting now, or staying again, sorry, with the setter in 3. So there's a matchup that they want to find here. They're trying to get her, oh, she might be in 2, sorry, they have rotated forward 1.
Could be a break point start here for Japan. Oh, how on earth did that go back over? Oh, yes. Great defense. And it will be a point, Korea. That was an astounding pickup from Kang So-hee.
And bettered by Kim Tae-in. That first touch, but then from the arms, from the other side of the court, to get it into that aggressive position. Especially with Chong Ji-yoon, they've been very good. She's been very good at scoring from those high balls.
Trying to get a bit of pace on the serve, like really travelling through the ball and then trying to play it as low as possible to the net. Get any clips that could go your way, make it tricky for Japan, but not on that occasion. Iwasaki to serve. Touch. A zippy set behind for Hayashi to deal with. come down in time.
And next serve, number 16, John Ji-Woo.
Good pick up. Great block. And the blocks, the number of times the ball's just gone straight down. But look at that, that's really good to see, because what we saw with that is it straight across the net. There's no up and across, it's straight across. As they get above, they're pushing the whole time. And again, that's not going to be safe though. Not even Fukuoka could bring that one back. Lee Taeon to serve. Good serve. Great set. And just like that, tied it up very efficiently by Japan.
An interesting setup on the reception there. Ishikawa not really taking part. So almost going to receivers and letting Hayashi take a small area of the court to speed up the pipe.
Good start for Korea. Not allowed Japan to get away from them in the second set. Korea could go in front. Such a good touch. And again, just play it into the block, bring it back, find a chance. There were two quality end plays to that. I think the first one for me was when Yamada played the ball, she made the block and then made a second touch. It wasn't just a wild throw at the arm, it was upright, we can play again, and then the recycle on the wing. Good work. And too steep. Koga went for an angle that would have been ridiculously good had she got it.
She did run on the straight approach and didn't go and meet the ball. But so often with Japan, you can expect the execution precision. It is rare to see a mistake like that.
What a good lead.
And so he put some pressure on there with the speed. She really is looking to stay aggressive on the serve.
Such a good ball. But Japan's block is steadfast. And still Korea trying to find a point. Have they got any touches? No. Japan are just sealing that bottom third of the net, aren't they?
Yeah, both of their middles. Araki has done a great job. And we see again that Yamada.
Too easy. Fukuoka, time to walk in on that one. And Ishikawa profits, and now the lead beginning to get bigger here for Japan. Timeout called by Korea.
Hey, again, we keep being aggressive. Keep being aggressive.
공격적으로
We're getting good chances. We need to keep being aggressive, but
기회 오고 있으니까 조금 더 공격적으로 해주고.
we need to start missing to the sidelines.
근데 더 각 내서 때려야 될 것 같아, 양쪽에서.
Let's try to
다
switch to the
가운데
sideline, right?
블로킹 활용되고 있단 말이야.
Pushing.
계속 잠깐! 지금 좋아,
It's the conversation about risk that for the Korean attackers, if they want to hit the ball in the middle of the court, they're either going to find the Japanese block, which have done a great job of closing the space in the middle of the court, or they're going to find defenders who are protecting the middle of the court. They have to take some risk on the edges. Maybe take some block out, maybe hit a defender reaching outside of the court. And playing it safe will not get it done against this Japanese team.
What a serve. More transition opportunities. Ishikawa banks his one to the line.
There's really not a lot of need for Iwasaki to disguise what's going on. Ishikawa makes a beautiful shot on the line. Lovely control on the hand.
Ishi getting squishy on that one. It's just very good shot. Well plays by Koga. Just looks for the hands.
Now it's probably an opportunity for Lichua to work the outside. She's just played the safe shot into the middle of the court. She's been given the green light in the last time out that she can work the edge there. She can take some risk and try and swing on the line, or even push on the line.
The hands are just waiting there already from Ishikawa.
So they need to set that ball aggressively, and she needs to take an aggressive swing. Ishikawa only makes a small hand move, and that is enough. But the double substitution now for Korea. You see Moon Ji-yoon step into the court alongside with Kim Ji-won.
That's a good start.
Yeah, Moon Ji-yoon doesn't look to play the middle of the court. She takes the sharper angle. She works a little bit stronger cross court. Lichua with the ball to serve.
Putting three attackers into the front row. Setter into the back row for Korea, trying to make something happen here. This is going to be free ball Japan. They got two front row attackers, plus two in the back row. But a little bit low, a little bit too far in front of Koga, and Korea have the point.
Well, immediately Iwasaki understood what the correction was to be made.
It's just too tight. And Ishikawa's getting ready to have a swing. Can't get into cover quickly enough. Good work, Korea.
Hanging tough here in this second set. The three-point margin, the reception's improved by a lot. Now the challenge is from better situations. Can they stay aggressive on attack?
God, what a serve. To get to within a couple. And the one foot Yahoo gets it done.
And it's putting pressure, even though Iwasaki steps in early, pulls hands, and the aggressiveness to go and take that ball on at the net, not give up a free ball, results in another point for Korea in a two-point game.
Lovely angle. So Korea taking their off blocker in to cover the tip ball, which means that the player at five's got to come round just a tad more, because there's a big angle that Ishikawa can hit.
Or they need to adjust their block to stay inside.
Force it to the line with a couple of defenders. Side out achieved.
Nice check swing from Jong Ji-yoon.
Moon serve. It's a bit tight. Better chance now for Korea. But the block is firm and solid and well placed.
Hakim doesn't rush out to try and close. She chooses a spot where she can get her hands back over the net, and that's why that block is effective.
Oh, lovely serve. And that's not easy to do because you're going one way, checking it back the other to a small part of the court.
The ball is traveling that diagonal angle, so to get it up and down and across the net. Brilliant hand control by Iwasaki on this serve, working short on both sides so far in the game.
Oh dear. Now, what on earth was going on there? They got their rotation wrong, I think, because Thames Kang So-ee's back row, so she couldn't have a swing anyway, unless they would run a 50, and they were. Lee De-young 12's the middle blocker. So it was Jung Ji-yoon, but she was the wrong side.
They're not a tall team and they're blocking us too many balls because we want to hit to the middle of the court.
신체 조건이 좋은 팀이 아닌데 우리가 계속 6번 쪽으로만 공격을 하고 있단
When the
말이야.
center is from lower,
이 센터 전일 때
we're trying to hit here not to make mistakes.
6번 쪽으로
We need to hit
때리는데
here.
코너 봐주고 공격할 때
We're going for no mistake, easy touch,
그냥 쉽게
transition.
쉽게 맞춰주면 안 돼.
Let's go.
It's testament to the pressure that Japan puts on teams, not by doing anything super flashy, drastic, amazing volleyball, but they're so consistent in executing the things that they want to do.
They haven't run any combinations yet, Japan. They haven't run the outside hitter stepping wide to come back inside to get past the wing blocker yet. We probably will see that at some point. Yeah, they've kept it very straightforward. This is constant, isn't it? Another ball into transition. More defending for Korea to do. They're going to give the free ball back here. 3 front row attackers for Japan. Koga's waiting to come just inside on 3 attacks. Oh, and then you have it. Ishikawa that time steps inside.
They must have heard you, Clayton.
Oh, but it's brilliant. There was 3 attackers all on one side. This is a lovely pickup. So they really put the pressure over there, Drew. And then look at this. Step in. Thank you. The technique as well that they use. There's not this massive, right, get my hand so far back, come through. It's up. Look at this, where the hand is. It's only a ball's width away maybe, but then the hip fires and it's all through, isn't it? That elbow is rattling through.
It's a really quick, compact action, which allows the set to be really aggressive and fast because the hand can come through quickly. And if it's even too fast, it's not too hard to get the hand onto the ball for a power tip push.
7-point lead for Japan in the blink of an eye. It could be 8. It won't be. What a big block that is. Park Chung-ah, the captain.
Next serve for Team Korea, number 16.
I feel like for Korea, it's so close, yet they keep making small errors, and they don't want to take that risk in attack to work the outside of the court. Keep turning the ball into the middle.
Well, that's going to be over. There was a touch, wasn't there? Yes. Iwasaki's like, I think I just better get back to 1. Maybe no one will notice the fact I touched that ball, even though I'm back row.
That's the one where she should probably turn around and pretend that she's getting ready to pop and then run out at the last second.
Excellent. Hayashi makes light work of that.
Her swing is so clean and quick, and it doesn't look like she's putting a huge amount of muscle into it, but she gets the ball to move really fast off her hand.
She is an outside hitter, playing as an opposite. This one actually from Ishikawa.
And it has allowed Japan to be able to use a couple of variations in the reception pattern. Sometimes Koga steps out, sometimes Ishikawa steps out.
Just wonder whether or not, you know, because when, for those of you that have been watching BBTV last few seasons, you would have seen how Trento went and changed what they were doing at 3 outside hitters playing instead of an out and out opposite. But I actually come to think that it's something that Japan have done for years and years, and maybe it's just someone's gone, oh, that's good.
It's the pragmatic solution of getting as much talent onto the court as you can. If you've got 3 players who can receive and attack at a similar level, find a way.
Exactly, it's something that was done by Midvira Volleyball in the playoffs against Perugia, as they tried to find a way with 3 outsiders on the court, and it almost worked. change for Japan. Has that caught hands? No, it hasn't. So that means the out of key. Mary, rather, or who was on to serve, will go off again now.
Jung Ho-young is front row for Korea. She stepped in, providing some more size on the block. That doesn't matter if they're not serving the ball over the net.
Those are the little things, aren't they? They just keep building and building to work against you. You can't afford to give Japan a free ball. You've got to make them pass. You've got to make them side out.
So now the block substitution in return comes from Japan.
Yukiko Wada's on. He's going to go and block over by the ref. Won't get a swing though. Koga does. Nice touch in the block by Korea. Fukudome does what Fukudome does. And then we'll get block out. Really good introduction. Wada up to game speed.
Once again, Korea never got themselves where they wanted to be after their first block move. They had all their players in one side of the court, had no width in their attack.
One-on-one, Koga with a massive block, and Japan now 3 away from a 2-0 lead.
She does this so well, blocks her half of the court almost by herself, chooses her positioning as well as any player in World Volleyball, men's or women's.
That will work. Nice little away through the middle. Good speed.
And that's what it needs to be for Korea. They have to be willing to work the small angles on the side of the court. It is a risk, but you have to take risks or else the scoreboard is going to get away from you like it has in the first set and in this set.
Delightful.
Seki's first set is on the money. And Wada makes no mistake. It's Ishikawa who steps out now, and Arisa Inoue replacing her.
Good serve again. Japan have done that very well. Well up, Fukudome. Tip to middle court, won't be good enough. They'll get another chance though. Everybody moving now. Oh yes. Oh, just about got on it as well, did Yamada?
That is a super aggressive set in transition from Seki. And Yamada was giving everything just to get to the spot. Got her hands on top of it. Set point Japan.
Not going to be done with an ace, but plenty of options to do it with side out. How close? Not close enough.
Closer to the naked eye.
Well done. You know he does it. Japan have it 25-16. It is a carbon copy of set 1. And so Japan lead by 2 sets to nothing, 25-16, 25-16. That means Dave Rogers is making his way down to the court. So we'll hopefully have a chat with Fernando Morales and also to, again, Kawika. Again, the assistant coach for Japan speaks wonderful English. And we know from having listened to the timeouts that coach Fernando Morales speaks English as well. Hopefully we'll get a word from both of them during this set break. But right now, look at that, 25-16, 25-16. Japan 1 set away from getting this one done in 3 and sending the fans home early. We don't want to go early though. Come on, Korea, let's get some sets going. Let's go to 5. We love our volleyball.
We certainly do. And it was 2 very different sets ending up with the same scoreline. Japan again so efficient on attack. Korea did a much better job staying in the game in the early stages, but Japan continues to generate good chances because Korea is letting them play defense in their system. They're not forcing Japan to scramble and save balls. They're not taking that risk to hit the ball on the line, to tip and play off speed.
Well, we have our 1x bet. We got 96% now. We are pushing for the 100. We're not quite getting there, will we? But that's that, though. Right, the 1x bet is up. I can tell you right now, Dave Rogers is on the court. He is with Ken Kawika. We will hear from him any second now. We'll just wait for the all clear to send it down to Dave. So let's head down now and hear from Dave.
Thank you very much, Clayton. Not only that, he's worn your favourite T-shirt as well. Right, you are 2 sets to the good in front of a capacity crowd here. How pleased are you with how the team is performing?
Yeah, first of all, you know, it's a special feeling. Praying for you know, great audience, you know, and it's a privilege.
So how do you keep the focus then? Because they made it a little bit more difficult for you in the second set, but you found a way. It looked like a comfortable victory. So how are you going to keep them focused to get this 3-0 and get you closer to Paris?
Well, you know, even though we got the 2 sets, still it's not finished yet. So we have to refocus, and also we have to keep going, you know.
Straight out of the media copybook, as always. Good luck for the rest of the match. Thank you. It's the same answers all the time, Clayton, but I love it.
It is, but that's right. You've got to find a different way to ask the question and say, I don't want the answer you gave me last time.
Hey, when it's working, don't change. It's working for them on the court.
Yeah.
Obviously working for them on the coach's bench.
It certainly is. Right, well, here's some of the action that we saw from this one. Korea needed to find a way. Fernando Morales was talking to his team about being aggressive. And I know he's there waiting to have a chat with Dave. We'll get to him any second. Let's go there now.
Thank you very much, Clayton. Right, 2 sets, 2 tough sets, but a few moments where you look like you were playing the right stuff. What's the message you've given the team there going into the third?
I think we're battling with them, but we have to find a way to score. We cannot score. We're digging balls, we're good in passing, but we are not being able to score in our swing. So we need to risk more in attacks. We're being too safe and we're getting blocked or dig too much, so we need to risk more. And if we make more mistakes, that's on us, but we need to try to put the ball on the ground.
A word you've used quite a lot in the timeouts is aggressive. Tell us a bit more what you mean by that.
That same thing, be aggressive in attacking and serving. We need to score points. We know we can take the balls, we know we can pass, but if we cannot score, it's going to be hard to beat a team like Japan, that they're one of the best teams in the world.
Thank you very much. Good luck. That's it, Clayton. Be aggressive. Not to me, though.
No. What are you talking about? Yes, I... yeah. No, well, he said it. He's reaffirming, isn't he, what he said to his team about taking that risk. And that's and you talk about this a lot with other coaches as well, and here in commentary about that ability to, when do you take the risk, as opposed to when do you just don't want to make a mistake.
Well, it's a different phase of the game, and sometimes taking risk is a show of intent. That you're willing to take that opportunity to try and score for your side. Sometimes it's about decision making, that you are choosing what is the right moment to take the risky shot. It's about what your team understands that you're trying to do. Because if you're just taking risk all the time, it may not be the right solution. So the understanding, the awareness of the moment, that balance of risk and reward. Also, if your opposition is giving you plenty of chances to give the point back, then don't get in their way by taking unnecessary risk.
Japan will just keep on being Japan. It's up to Korea to try and play like Japan, if not better. They certainly have. It's the same model, it's the same thing, but as Coach Fernando Morales said, they're just not able to get those finishing touches to end the rally on a positive for them. Here we go then, set number 3. Japan up 2-0. Good dig, very close to the net though, but it's going to be a net touch. Really tough one that for the ball to be played by Kim Tae-in.
It's almost perfect. It's so close that ball's another 30 centimetres, 40 centimetres off the net. That's a perfect situation to run an offence, but that's the small margins.
Oh, that's lovely. That's what they got to do. We see those solutions every now and again, don't we? But they need to do this every time when they can.
And force the Japanese block to cover more court, and then the defense behind it. You've got to find a way to create some gaps.
Fabulous.
And probably the first time that we'll mention Araki's name in a negative sense with the overpass. She's been so good on block and attack.
Lovely ball. And that time it gets finished. I think for those of you watching this who've played against Japan or Korea or any variation thereof, either at university level, at club level, what you understand from watching this is the speed at which this game is being played. It's something like, well, it's like nothing you will ever have experienced. How fast the ball is moving, how fast the players are moving, and how little time you've got to prepare and do anything. But at least for these two teams, this is their volleyball. This is what they know, is what they've been brought up playing, and what they're able to do, and make these decisions and understand where that ball is going.
It's the reason why in this year's VNL, Japan has been so competitive and been able to beat bigger physical European teams that can play with better precision, which allows them to play faster.
Oh, that's it. That is an ace.
Wonderful serve from Song Ho-young.
Lovely. Absolutely.
Well, Fernanda Morales asked for more risk, asked them to stay aggressive, and that's exactly what she's done.
4-2 for Korea. They were 4-4 in the last set. And back straight away. This is all about Korea holding on now. Can they just keep siding out? That might be a tad too tight. Good cover. What a finish! And we are 4-4. Again, those moments of quality that we are seeing from Japan and from middle blockers that, you know, anywhere else wouldn't be able to make the quality of touch. With no disrespect to them whatsoever.
Well, Araki makes just enough touch that then there's the chance for Fukudomi to come in and play an attackable ball.
There's no waiting around, is there? It's like me, off I go. I do this now because it needs to be done now. Excellent. Jung Cheon with a very nice swing to the line.
Good long ball set and stretching the court, forcing the space in the Japanese block and defense by playing on the edges.
Hayashi, hand was up. First thing they know, no hard hit, but it doesn't. Then you're guessing because he could do anything with it.
And Lee Ta-hyung never quite got her feet where she wanted them to be and was flying off the net.
Korea can have another go. 4 players moving. Oh, that is a micro touch. Oh, and an error from Yamada, just as I was saying how good and what quality the middle blockers have with the touches. Korea with the lead, 6-5. What a pickup, excellent work. Handai, it is free ball Japan. Nice work. Bit of a scramble. And it's paid off. Kang Soi gets the one off the block.
Well done again by Korea in transition. When they can get a chance to play a high ball and swing strong, the speed of the game hasn't been working in their favor, but on high balls, particularly from position 4, they're doing a really nice job of scoring.
Fukuoka, gap in the block, and it doesn't come back.
And that is the difference between trying to score on high balls and being able to score on fast balls a lot of the time. It's just so much time pressure for the Korean block and defense.
Well, they sent 2 players around to the far side of the court to leave Koga one-on-one. Good out, Fukudome. Has that caught any of the block? No, it's all net. So far, so good for Korea. Lee Ji-hun with the serve. That's not going to make it.
The toss didn't allow her to get in a really positive body position to be able to get her chest and shoulders forward. The ball was behind her, so she could never get the angle she wanted to bring the ball down into the court.
Just a little too high. They were running a fast play. They can have another go, and this time it works through the middle. Chung Ho-young.
It's one of the reasons why she's out there. She's the biggest player on this Korean team, or sorry, the second biggest player on this Korean team. And that allows them to use her very quickly in transition when she's there.
Cho Jong-min, number 11, 1m87 through the middle. Not been on court. Well, that's a great block. Well, this is going as well as Morales could expect. The moment 10-7 up, keeping the crowd relatively quiet.
And once more, very aggressive block choices by Korea. They're taking the risk that there's not going to be so much back row play, and they're going to be aggressive against the front half of the court for Japan.
Nice dig. So's that. Work to do. Ishikawa. Sensible. And it's Korea with the advantage. Oh, what a touch. Better chance, maybe. No. No. Oh, no. Oh, it looked like, I mean, Korea kind of conspired against themselves then. So that was that last ball in, wasn't it? Just needed to be a little bit closer to the net, get everyone in a chance to have a swing.
And the understanding and transition of how they want to play that ball. There's a small disconnect between the speed of the set and the speed of the approach. And as a result, Ishikawa can just put her hands on the ball.
Yep, well done, Iwasaki. What you're going to see, that everybody watching now, what you're going to see with the passer, this is really important, you will not see a single passer let that ball hit them. They will not be static when they're passing, and that's really important. Watch the ways that they move to control the ball off these serves. And that's a good example of just actually feet got a little bit underneath and a little crossed, so off balance trying to make the move.
The left foot doesn't go to cut off the angle, so it's not a positive move to the ball, not cutting it off out in front. 10-10, timeout Korea.
이렇게 연결해서 세컨도 활용하면 되니까 어려운 돌아가지 말고 완벽하게 줄 생각하지 말고 가운데서
Every time we see us as a point, so we're putting too pressure to put the ball here. Ball here,
특히 센터 전일 때
let's go.
해보자.
It has been really hard work from Korea to be able to build their way into the point now where Fernando Morales is talking about specific points on the court where they want to play. The first set was just trying to get something happening in reception. The second set was a big improvement, but scoring was the challenge. Now the game has started to come to them a little bit more, but those attack numbers do tell the story. Receptions matched pretty evenly, but Japan attacking almost twice as well in terms of their ability to score and efficiency.
The serving precision from Japan has been excellent to take out what Korea are trying to do in their side. That's a good dig. Almost expected now, isn't it? I mean, that was just like, yeah, good dig. It was a great dig. Fabulous block.
Iwasaki and Araki do a brilliant job not moving early, seeing where the set is going to drop in the window for the hitter and being there ready to go. Just because it's a high ball doesn't mean you need to do anything extra. You still have to be at the point where the hitter is going to hit the ball. Good tempo. Tongho Young. Really good aggressive step to the setter. Araki gets caught in the middle. Hong So-hee to serve.
Nice. A couple of times now, Ishikawa's just been a little too, I don't say twitchy, but she's still moving.
She hasn't found that position where she have a good base and then use her hands and arms to make a play on the ball. Everything's still moving a little bit too late in the process.
Nice. What a block! Waiting for that one, Cheong-Hyun.
Much better decision to jump straight up instead of go to the antenna. And now it's Japan's time for timeout. 11-13 down.
スパイカーも100で入れるように、こうやって冷ましたいってなと思う。空いてるとこしっかり言ってて、ちょっと正面にとか、ブロックの正面とかに行っちゃってるから、そこしっかりこう打ち上げられるように、これもう一回マン作って、しっかり手で上げてやってこう。そんな渡しないで、こう1個目入れてる。
Korea, the challenge is keep going. They're doing a lot of positive things. They're looking a lot more in control of their side of the net. It's not so responsive to what Japan is doing. They've got some more control. And now Japan has to find an answer.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, come on!
The dig from Kojima, or the reception from Kojima, was excellent. Her ability to cover the court and finish her platform. But this angle is nasty.
That
Ishikawa
is wow, sushi thin with that slice.
Where did you say she was going next season?
Well, I'll tell you what, for everyone who didn't hear it the first time round, Mayo Ishikawa is off to play with Navarra next season.
So make sure you get a chance to watch that on BBTV, because if she can keep producing shots like that, it is going to be some wonderful volleyball.
What is just an absolute joy to watch is no matter where the ball goes, often whomever it goes on whichever side it goes, there's nobody flat-footed. There's always somebody moving. They're always like they can get to it or try to get to it.
There's not a lot of taking themselves out of position, and as a result, it's still the intent on both sides to always go make a play on the ball.
And don't adjust your sets, your computers at home. This isn't being played at 1.5 speed. This is the normal speed. Fabulous again, Hayashi, very quick swing, the Osaka Marvelous player, been there since 2017.
Oh, it's apt, isn't it?
It is, because it was a marvelous shot. Aya Watanabe comes in, the Hitachi Estima Rivale player. And also in as well to serve is Eri. Sensible. Pick up. Koga! Good up. Really good dig from Handai. And then finds the middle of court. And Korea are not giving up this lead. Fabulous.
They were up 4-2, and they've been able to go point for point since then. And it has been a really, really positive response from Korea, and their willingness to take the game on.
And it's with those positive actions as well, isn't it? It's not as if Japan are suddenly making errors or anything like that. Korea aren't. And it's a really good game. And it's so many great positive outcomes. Another top swing. This time Koga finds the corner. The amount of work that is being done by the middle blockers on both sides is incredible. And at last, a breakthrough for Japan. Ace serve Hayashi. And they have levelled up. Jeong couldn't deal with that. No, Hayashi serves again. Has that made it? No, it hasn't. They're going to look for a touch. Oh, it's been given as a touch anyway. I'm not sure if there was an omission. No, the referee just changed his mind from out to touch and therefore gave it to Korea. Good spot by the first official. Let's go the glimpse for slideshow Bob, operator. Touch, but no one have a swing from the front row. So they force one from the back row. Oh yes. Trouble though. Watanabe clears up. Japan have the point. Look at that. What a really good touch from Jong Ho-young. Back in front again. We are going to get perhaps to twitchy 20s.
And we've experienced it last week that when the crowd here in Japan really gets excited, that the stands start to rock. We haven't got there yet, but I've got that feeling that that point might not be far away.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's an overpass from Japan, and Korea have got their breakpoint lead back. Nishikawa not with the best of touches. That's close. It's an ace serve! Yes, well played. And look at this, 2017, Japan in trouble. Timeout call.
Some small discussion about angles in attack, particularly Ishikawa and Koga. That when they have the Korean setter front, that they don't need to work for some really steep or really sharp cross-court angles. They can work the smaller blocker a little bit more. But their first solution has to be to side out.
And that has happened.
Watanabe. Kang So-hee oblivious to where that ball ended up.
Nice free ball Japan. Berry. Light on her feet. Puts that one down to bring Japan to within one. So Korea call timeout.
We're gonna stack.
이렇게 모여 있을 거야 이쪽으로.
So, boom goes to 2,
문 바로 뛰어가죠 라이트로.
1, and then 4.
자기 자리
Alright?
찾아 들어가죠.
Hey.
자리 이렇게 쓰고.
Difficult pass, high in the middle.
가운데 띄워놓고.
We have Zoe as a center.
소위 세터 앞이지.
Perfect pass. Middle is a good option.
완벽하게
And
미들
Zoe as a
살려줘.
center also.
Some arrangement for Fernando Morales, how they want to get through this side out, particularly don't use Kwang Sohei as a setter if things get too tricky.
A good serve, to go wide, good touch in the block. Ishikawa's going to have a bit of work to do here. She's well off the net, but now they can recycle and there's more players can get on the net, every one of them. And Japan have levelled.
It may look like Koga put the ball off the net and Ishikawa was just playing a safe swing, but their organisation and readiness to play out of this timeout, out of this recycle play, and then to go fast on the second transition action, that takes a lot of hard work to be able to do that.
Another transition chance. Ishikawa makes sure of it, and look at that. From being behind to being in front. Quick swing as well. Change the tempo for that one. Change for Korea. On comes Ryo Sunju. The Red Sparks player trying to shore up the passing unit. Go straight after her. Ishikawa. Oh, how did she get that touch? Amazing. But a better touch back as well, and Korea make the side out. We are all tied up at 21.
I'm sure Japan has organised that that's Watanabe's ball, but it looked like Iwasaki probably could have kept going with her move there to pick that one up.
Great ball. Great finish. One thing we see from these two teams that we don't see from a lot of other women's teams is the way that they will go and dive after the ball and go to the floor, like you see men do. A lot of women will go and one-hand and roll, but it's very much a part of the play for Japan, Korea, China, etc.
And it's the technique of almost a drop to the knees and then drive through to get really low and move forward through the floor.
Oh, it just seemed to sit there for an age. Oh, what a pickup. Goodness me. Handeai's had a wonderful match. That caught some of the block. It doesn't matter. It's not coming back, and any kind of challenge now has been stopped. And that of your picture, Fernando Morales is having a word with the ref. He's completely ignoring it, because if you felt it didn't touch, you can challenge. 22-22. These are not the twitchy 20s, these are the terrific 20s.
It's really exciting stuff. Both teams looking in their flow and having to find counter solutions to each other.
Ishikawa finds a solution, 23-22. She'll go back to serve. The flags are flying for Japan. Can they turn this one further in their favor here? There's going to be a substitution. Ai Kurogo is coming on to serve the Setema Geomedics. Outside hitter.
And the return substitution for Korea, Park Soo-yeon steps out and Jung Ho-young comes back.
That's it. Lovely finish. We are tied up again, this time at 23s.
The left side of the Japanese block moving a little bit too early. The Korean blocking sub comes in. Chong Jong-min to add a little bit of size in replacing Kim Tae-in.
pass. Great finish. She's so good at finding those areas of the court. That's a proper cross-court swinging.
It was a great cross-court swing as a result of ball control and being able to set fast and with great precision.
It is match point for Japan. Korea looking to side out to get us to 24. It's Airi with the server. First serve of the match. Good dig. There's going to be a swing for it. Koga! Oh! They'll try again.
Line in transition.
Koga again! Another dig, but it's into the crowd despite the best efforts of Handai and also Kan So-hee. It is Japan that get it done, 25-23.